guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Letitia and this is That's So Letitia. And to all of my new viewers, supporters, subscribers, welcome guys, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoyed the content. And to all of my returning viewers, supporters, and subscribers, welcome back guys. As always, it is a pleasure to see you. Without further ado, let's jump right into this video. So for today's video, we are going to revisit a favorite brand in honor of their relaunch. But first, let's get started on our base. So you guys already know Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Water Powder Serum. I hope you guys are having a great day, evening, morning, weekend, week, whenever it is that you view this video. For me, this is the weekend. I am recording this fresh out of work and I am over it. This week has been, it's been a week. I will say this week feel like it went by super freaking fast though. At least for me it did. And for that, I am grateful. For that, I say thank you to the timekeepers because this week has gone by extremely fast and I needed it to do so. It's just, I don't know. I sometimes have moods where the weekend is like, yay, the weekend is here. This is not one of them. Like, I needed a break. I needed a break from work, and I'm sure you guys can agree as well. So yeah, we're gonna do our makeup, and I am probably gonna go out for oysters this evening. I love me a good oyster and a glass of red wine. It's just something about that combo that just, it hits me right in the hits every time. So yeah, I think that's probably what I'm gonna do this evening. So now that we have on the Yummy Skin Blurring, we're going to go in with a bit of color correcting. I'm going to use by Huda Beauty. This is the Faux Filter Color Corrector in Papaya. And this is always a two-step process. I apply the thin formula to my under eye area since that is the thinnest, most sensitive skin on your face is the under eye area. And then the second portion is the Fenty Beauty Match Stick in Pumpkin, and I apply that to my lower region. And it glided so effortlessly today because I used some face moisturizer that is 2 thumbs up. It's by As I Am, and they are bringing out some facial products. This one that I am using, I'm testing for them. They have not yet brought it to market, but when they do, it's definitely a buy for me. It's really sensitive on the skin, on the face, no smells, none of that. So yeah, I've been using it for about 2 months altogether for testing purposes, and I love it. And I'm just blending in the color corrector using a Makeup Shack T229 brush. And then to kind of set and neutralize the orangeness that's in this color corrector, I'm going to apply by Fenty Beauty. This is the Instant Retouch Setting Powder in shade Nutmeg. And I just apply this so that the orangeness of the color corrector is not noticeable. For today's complexion product, I'm going to use a new foundation. These foundations, these blurs, these skin tints, 2025, at least the first quarter, I don't want to see not another complexion product. Like, can we please get eyeshadow palettes? Make the girls excited about eyeshadow again. Eyes definitely have taken a hit this season. So yeah, we need lips and we need eyeshadow. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And with that being said, the foundation I will be using, this is by Lancome. This is the Teint Idole Ultra 24-Hour Long Wear Matte Foundation. This one retails for $57, and for $57 you get 1 fluid ounce, which is the standard for complexion products. The shade that I am in, and this one is 515 Warm, 515W, states that this is a buildable, full coverage, natural matte finished foundation, ultra thin and breathable texture, powered by our Airwear technology, all day comfort, smooths and evens out complexion, covers all, not some, not those and not them, all imperfections, minimizes pores, visibly non-drying feel, all day color true, transfer and sweat resistant, heat and humidity proof. Now I'm feeling some type of way. Where were you throughout this hellish heat wave that we had this summer? Like, where were you? I could have used you back then, but nevertheless, we have it now. Retouch free and shine control with moringa, vitamin E, and probiotics. Okay, let's get to it. And if you're asking, made for diverse skin tones and all skin types. Suitable even for oily or sensitive skin. That's a lot. We gonna see how it wears. And this is the bottle. Again, as I stated, 515W is my shade, and I will be applying it using, let me get my brush, using my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. That was a good shade that I have. Oh, that's pretty. This is the shade so far. Moving on to concealers, I'm going to use Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and this is in the shade Chestnut. And now I'm just going to take a damp beauty blender and begin to blend in the concealer. And now for brightening, second concealer, this is by Tower 28. This is a serum based concealer in shade number 15. This one I don't let dry down at all. I pretty much begin to work it in the moment that I apply it, simply because I don't use it really for coverage as I do for brightening. Then this one I'm going to take some off my sponge and just also apply to my lid and crease area. This is preparation for our eye look. I am going to now set my face. I'm going to use by Huda Beauty the original packaging. Did y'all see that they just revamped? Like, these brands, are we excited about the new design? I personally didn't really care for the font, but I'm more excited to see because she previewed some of the new packaging, and it looks like there's a new design for the Easy Bake Loose Powder. And if you guys know, if you watch any of my videos, I'm always fussing about the netting inside of the loose setting powder. So I'm curious to see if with the design of the outside and the way that the packaging is shaped, if there's going to be any change to that damn netting. We shall see. But I love her too much to switch up on her because this is the truth, okay? The truth. So, as I stated, Huda Beauty Loose Easy Bake Setting Powder. This one is in Peach Pie. And I'm going to apply it going to use my Amazon issued powder puff. So yeah, I'm curious to see what the design for the powders is going to be. That would be so amazing if she actually does change the netting. And if she does, and I'm sure she probably does not watch my videos, but I am going to say I had something to do with it because I complained so much about the netting. And now one of the powders I will be using to set my face overall, this is by Sephora. This is a Micro Smooth Multitasking Baked Face Powder in shade 75 Hazelnut. This is what it looks like. And I will be applying this using my e.l.f. pointed powder brush. Just a very light dusting, because I have about 2 more powdered products I'm going to use on my face. This also helps to kind of tone down some of the brightness of the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder. Remember earlier when I said that this was in honor of a favorite brand that is relaunching? Well, they have already relaunched, and I'm talking about none other than Mented Cosmetics. This is a brown girl friendly, brown, deep toned, deep skinned, deep complected friendly face cosmetic line. I was introduced to this brand, I want to say during the pandemic, although they've been in business for a total of 8 years. And I was bummed when they went on hiatus. It was almost like, what is happening to our favorite brands? What happened? Where are they going and why? But KJ, who is the founder, she announced, I want to say maybe spring, summer, that they were coming back, and they did. And I'm so excited that they are back, like in full swing. Literally, like the doors are open to the church, the doors are open, we can purchase again. And I love that for this brand. Again, brown girl friendly, brown, deep complected, skin friendly brand. One of the only brands that actually makes a pink that makes sense for my lips, that I don't have to struggle, I don't have to try and figure it out and mix this brown and that black to kind of get the perfect shade of pink for my complexion. I can just use it straight out the tube with them, and I love that. Mented Cosmetics, come to the front of the class because your presence is wanted. So excited this brand is back. I'm going to use their bronzer in Yacht Life. This is what it looks like in all of its glory. Beautiful, get into that, love it. These products to me are timeless. They will transcend trends, okay? It's not a trend to have a brand that is dedicated, that is geared towards melanated skin. It's never a trend. These will never, you hear me? Like, this will never go out of style. It will always be needed. Brands that actually get it. They don't say they get it because they need it. They need to get it for them. That's why I love this brand so much. And yeah, so let's get into this bronzer. And if you haven't already picked it up, didn't y'all just hear? The website is back up. So go ahead and pick up your own. There are various shades to meet all of the shades of the melanated rainbow. I'm sure you will find a bronzer shade that works best for you. And I'm going to apply it using my Sephora Pro Bronzer Brush number 80. It gives just the proper amount of warmth. Like literally just the right amount. It's not murky, it's not muddy, it's not orange. I mean, it gives warmth. It puts the sun kiss back into your face. I remember a time when I used to look at bronzers like, that's one extra step I don't need. That just meant I really didn't have any friends in this life. I'm just saying. People, girl, I love your makeup. No, y'all didn't. Y'all loved when I came by looking a fool because nobody told me I needed bronzer. Nobody told me that contour was not bronzer. Thank God for YouTube, because I tell you, I ain't had not a friend in this life, but now you will not catch me without bronzer, and I'm just saying. And now I'm going to move on to blush. Blush is also by Mented Cosmetics. This is one of my favorite blushes. This is in Clay Too Much. Very, very brown girl friendly. Very appropriate for our complexion. And I'm gonna tell you why. Sometimes you want a blush that stands out. Other times you want a blush that plays the supporting role and steps in when it needs to. And that's what this blush is. I love that it complements my complexion. It doesn't take away from my look. It adds on, you know it's there, but it's not overbearing. That's this blush. So yeah, like I said, I'm super excited that Mented Cosmetics is back. Like, thank God. Where did you go? We needed you. And for a while, I will say she had me in the first half. I thought it was over. I tried to go to Ulta and pick up like whatever little bit of product that was left. Even though I have quite a bit of her products, I tried to go to the Ulta and Target and pick it up. And a lot of the items were picked through. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna make do with what I have. And I don't know, like, it just seemed like, you know, she needed a moment. It wasn't like the brand is over, we're done, goodbye, that's it. It was more or less like, hold my tumbler, I need a break. And I'm wondering, like, do we give, see, it's very difficult to be in those type of spaces where people are like really banking on you to always show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, brands can't run themselves. There is literally somebody behind the scenes of that brand that has so many other things that are going on at the same exact time that they're bringing you these products and services and things of that nature. And I feel like sometimes our attention spans is so short for what we see on the internet, whether that is a YouTuber, Instagram, or a TikTok, or a brand, to where when the person is like, pause, I need a moment, we move on to the next hot thing or next hot person, because what it is that we've become comfortable and familiar with is not pumping out at the rate in which we need to satisfy us. So I'm hoping so much success for her, continued success for her, because she has a following. I know I'm one of them. I even grew to love it a little bit more after watching her live when she was discussing how, you know, the brand's been in business for 8 years and how she pretty much came up with the idea for the brand after having such a difficult time finding foundation that finding makeup that satisfied her skin tone as well as skin condition. I believe she stated she has eczema, so that's one of the reasons that a lot of the products in her brand is hydrating for people that have very sensitive and very dry skin. I love that. Like, I love that it actually has a personal story behind it, one that's very relatable. And moving on to our eyes, I'm first going to set the tone by applying the Danessa Myricks Groundwork Defining Neutrals Face Palette. I'm going to use the Black Pomade, this shade here. And I'm going to apply using a Morphe M705 brush, or you could use whatever flat brush you have to pick up the product. This is going to ensure that the shade I'm going to put on top actually shows up. It's like our black eye primer. It doesn't have to be perfect because it will not be seen. And now I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Fall Romance palette. Did y'all see that they just brought out a Fall Romance like little kit? I think the kit is cute, but again, it's like we need more eyeshadow palettes. And they're like, hey guys, hold our latte. We're bringing this one back out. I'm going to take this shade here, Crimson. Curious to see how well this pops with the black background. Sure, it's going to be much more vibrant. And I'm just packing it. Oh, yeah. That's cute. What I notice is when you want a deeper dark color to actually pop, use black as your primer. When it is a colorful color and like a bright color and you don't want to lose that color up against our dark complexions, use white as your primer. It will make the color that much more bolder. It will make it stand out that much more. So still applying crimson. And just packing it on top of the black. Okay, perfect. And then we will soften the outer perimeters. We're not going to leave it like that. But now what I want to do is move on to the inner eye. And for the inner eye, I'm going to take Midnight, this shade here. I'm going to apply it with my finger. This is what it looks like. That is cute. A little sparkle of color in the inner eye, tear duct area, and a little bit beyond that. I'm going to try and apply with the brush to make sure I hit all of this area here. Now what I'm going to do to kind of diffuse the outer portion of the shadow, let's take the Everyday palette by Mented Cosmetics. I'm going to take this shade here on the Morphe M441, very light amount, and let's take it across the top of our shadow. For the under eye area, we're going back into Danessa Myricks, back into the black pomade, and I'm going to use a smudge brush for my under eye area, because again, this is going to be our base. Okay, so on top of that, going back to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Fall Romance, let's do Crimson. Same shade, let's apply Crimson on top. For my lips, I'm going to use by Mented Cosmetics. This is a lip liner in shade Night. Literally just says Night, so we're rolling with it. And to fill it in, also by Mented, this is a lip bullet in, oh, not that one. To fill it in, also by Mented, this is Pretty in Pink. This is a semi-matte lipstick, but if I must be honest, not really that matte at all. All right guys, so this is the final look. Off camera, I applied some Eyelure Faux Mink lashes in the style Lavish. It's just a lavish type of lash season for me, just saying. But yeah, this is the look and I'm loving it. I'm going out for oysters. I'm just saying. Somebody gonna see this beat other than my husband. But seriously, I am going out for oysters. But guys, so let me know, what are your thoughts? Are we here for a Mented Cosmetics relaunch? Have you been like me and you're kind of scraping the pan of the little bit of Mented products that you had left in hopes that they would return? I know I am excited. I am excited. I'm hoping that there's more products to come, more, yeah, just more of Mented. I'm here for it. And as always, in the description box below, there will be a complete list of all products used to achieve this look. Feel free to like, share, comment, give me your thoughts. Sound off in the comment box. And guys, be well, stay safe, exercise self-care. It is not a privilege, but a necessity. Make sure to check on your strong friends after you check in with yourself. And until next time, we shall chat again soon.